Hi, welcome to Light of the Lantern Tarot. Today's pick-a-card reading is The Year of the Fire Horse Begins. What does this mean for you? I'll be doing 3 different readings, reading 1, reading 2, and reading 3. I've chosen 3 different horse cards from 3 different oracles. The first card is this one. I'll read you the message again later. And I've paired it with the Sunstone. The second card is this one. And I've paired it with the Lapis Lazuli. And the third card is this one. And I've paired it with the Dalmatian Jasper. Don't worry so much about the messages on the cards, although we'll get to them later. Just choose according to what resonates most with you, whether it be the energy or aesthetically, or if you prefer the stone. I'll also draw 4 Zodiac stones for each card in the event that you'd like to choose according to your Zodiac sign. So the first card is Sagittarius, Cancer, Taurus, and Gemini. The second card is Scorpio, Virgo, Aquarius, and Capricorn. And the last card is Pisces, Leo, Aries, and Libra. So just go ahead and choose whichever reading resonates with you the most. And if you like more than one reading, you can definitely watch them. The timestamps will be below for reading 1, reading 2, and reading 3. And I hope you enjoy them. Hi, reading number 1, welcome. You've chosen this beautiful card, which says on it, don't overthink. Move from your head to your heart and live your life. So that's a very to-the-point message, a great way to begin our reading with some good advice. I've also chosen to pair it with the Sunstone, which to me seemed like a really nice combination. The Sunstone promotes optimism and joy. It alleviates stress, and it also helps with self-confidence and leadership skills. So it's a really supportive stone for this energy. Okay, I'm going to move the card over here, and I'm going to draw 5 other oracle cards first, and then we'll move forward with the tarot. So let me get started. Let's see here. Okay. Spirit, a card for this reading. The year of the fire horse begins. And what does that mean for you? There's our card. Okay. Another card, please. This one. These ones are all jumping out. Let's see. I saw this one first. Choose that one. And then a last card. It's from the astrology deck. Oops. Those are two. Okay. Great. So let's have a look at the cards. Yeah, your spirit guide can lead you but can't do it for you. There seems to be a figure that's diving off the top of a waterfall into a lake or a body of water under the moonlight. Very action forward, I would say. Very courageous. So interesting that you can get guidance from your guides in spirit, but that you really are the one who's going to have to move forward and do it yourself. Here we have Journey by Moonlight, and there's moonlight again. Believe in magic. Okay, well, obviously that's a great message and works all the time. Here we have Black Tourmaline, protect your energy. Okay, so being aware of your energetic sovereignty this year. I mean, it's a good message for all the time, but yeah, anyway, possibly this year it's especially important, I'm not sure. Let's see here. Ishtar, inner learnings, follow your heart, truth prevails. That's beautiful. Now, actually, that's saying follow your heart, and this was saying don't overthink, move from your head to your heart and live your life. So this year it's going to be especially important to remind yourself time and again not to think too much, not to stay too much in your head, but to consider, the rest of your body, your heart in particular, and the power it has. Sometimes when you have to make a really strong decision, it's really helpful to center yourself and try and get quiet and just kind of even visualize pulling your head down into your heart and feeling it there and feeling what comes to mind. And it's really about getting to know our bodies and getting to know how our body actually sends us messages. And the heart is so powerful. It's the most powerful organ of all. It also has an electromagnetic field that is beyond that of the mind, if I remember correctly. So we really need to try and move forward in a new way this year. It's going to be a new, more empowered experience. Let's see what we have here for the astrology cards. We have the Sun, life, vitality, and purpose. That indicates that this year, the sun is incredibly powerful. It basically nourishes and sustains all life on Earth. And it feeds us. It's so important. So already to have the energy of the sun on our side in our reading indicates that there's potential for a really powerful and beautiful and positive year. So that's a nice message. Here we have the 11th house, collaboration, memberships, and network. Now, the 11th house is ruled by Uranus, a planet whose energy has huge transformative power over all life on this planet. And so again, another very powerful message that we're getting here. Collaboration, memberships, and network. Now, the 11th house is connected to the sun sign Aquarius. And Aquarians are very aware of the power of the collective. They like to work with others. They're very forward thinking. They think outside the box. They transform things. They blaze new paths. So this is fabulous. And it actually indicates that if you're not already part of a group or a collective of some sort, that you might consider the impact you have on a collective, like through social media, for instance. That wouldn't be the only way, but it's a very obvious way. It's a way for us to really get our voice out into the collective and meet other like-minded people. So let's draw some tarot cards and see what the messages are there. I'll start with 6 cards. Spirit, I think 6 cards. Help me with the message for reading number 1 today. Thank you. It's going to be a powerful year. You feel it already. Okay. See this one, this one here, this one, this one, and this one. Let's start with these. Okay, the first card up, the Page of Pentacles. Okay, I literally had to stop because there was a car alarm that went off for like 5 minutes. It was on and on. That could actually be a message tied with your reading. Some sort of event or idea that like comes with a bang into your life and wakes you up in some way. Anyway, I was saying this is the Page of Pentacles, a figure that is very enthusiastic and wants to know all there is to know about a particular subject or project and wants to bring it to life. It's a messenger of sorts, so you could have a new project idea that comes into your life and that you want to study hard and diligently for to try and bring it to life. Okay, next card is the Four of Pentacles, so some success in the material realm. Or the pentacle suit can also have to do with health. It's basically everything material in this realm. So in this on Earth, let's see what else we get. Some more information. 9 of Pentacles, another pentacle suit. So it definitely seems that you're going to be bringing a project to life, and a project that could and most definitely will bring you abundance already this year. So let's see what else we have here. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. These are all pentacles. The Queen is a leader in feminine energy. It's the nurturer. It's the mother. It's somebody who's successful in the material realm. A compassionate and dedicated figure. So that's wonderful. Then we have the Five of Wands and the Star. The Five of Wands, the wand suit being the suit of fire and inspiration, and it's very action oriented. The 5, however, indicates that there's a little bit of unrest. There's some sort of situation or situations around you that could feel unsettling and like a bit of a struggle. But nevertheless, they keep you on your toes, let's say. The Star is a beautiful card of hope, basically wishing on a star, of hope and help and healing as well. So it's actually really cool that it's under the Five of Wands. Might indicate that quite easily you move through this unsettling energy and embark on a sort of healing at the same time. So looking at the Five of Wands and seeing again the 11th house card, I'm reminded that you most probably will be working among other people or in a collective of people. And it's quite normal that there would be some conflicting energy because we're all individuals and we have our ideas about things, and we have to learn to collaborate in a sense. Again, this does mean collaboration. So you have the tools to work through any difficult situations with others. And the Star, again, being a card of healing and hope and positive outcomes, is incredibly encouraging. We know that it would be really important to stay in our heart. when we're doing decision making and whatnot, also just to keep the balance in our life. We know that we're definitely being led, and we can believe in magic, but that spirit can't do it for us. We need to actually act. But the horse energy is really about action. It's actually also about balance, I would say, because horses are also extremely calm creatures. When they're not running and full of power and have direction, have somewhere to go, or just playing, and they're often resting very quietly. They have a sort of wisdom to them. So I think that that's also a message. I think that we need to realize that it's really important to stop and collect ourselves throughout the year and try and rebalance ourselves. And then we'll have these periods where we're going to be moving forward with a lot of strength and purpose. We have the idea for the project or plan. We're going to see this starting to come to life. We're going to see some success in this project, and we're going to start thinking about how we can save for the future or invest in things that will help us further our plan or our project. We have the personal success. We're going to feel fulfilled on some level, and the fulfillment will be in the life that we're creating around us. We also are the queen, so it's like we will make it. There's no doubt about it. But there will be times of some sort of stress and difficulty, and if we keep our eyes on our inner guiding light, let's say, we'll make it through. We'll do great. So let's see if there's anything else the tarot can tell us that might make it. Again, this is a really general reading because it's really about just the whole year and the general energy and what this fire horse energy means for us, basically. 6 of Wands, okay. I like that because it's like there's already some sort of resolution. And the King of Cups, okay. And the back of the deck is the 10 of Wands, okay. So I would say that there are going to be periods when we feel burden, or we could, burdened by a lot of responsibility, maybe that we're not used to, maybe something new, or it could be that we're coming out of this. It could be that the last year or the years before it were very difficult for us. And, now with our new fresh energy, our new ideas, in our new ways of moving forward, we're going to work through this and things are going to balance out and get a little easier. I'm also thinking that because, we have the 5 of Wands, the unrest, the potential disharmony in groups setting, but then we already drew also the 6 of Wands, which is basically having moved through this into the next stage. And the next stage is about personal success. So again, we have personal success showing up. So it could be that we just need to be aware that throughout the year, there are going to be some moments when things are tricky and even a little stressful, of course, as always, because that's the nature of life. But that there's so much good energy here and so many indications of success and good luck and good health, and so I think generally speaking it's going to be a wonderful year. And the King of Cups they've moved through all phases of energy of the court cards, and they're the ultimate leaders. They've reached the top of the mountain. The Cups suit is the suit of emotion, and so basically we have here a compassionate leader, a wise and balanced, compassionate leader who knows how to take into consideration his feelings and also the feelings of others, but is at peace with himself. And so, again, follow your heart, truth prevails. Trust in yourself. Cultivate that relationship with your heart energy, and give it the space to give you messages. And I think this is really important because we didn't get another king. Like, we didn't get the King of Swords, who would indicate more of mental authority. Instead, we got the heart. So basically, this is so important just to remember this year to always lead with our heart. And we can work through any challenges that come our way. But it's going to be a beautiful year. It's going to be very, very different. And we need to have the courage to act. We need to have the courage to jump off the top of the waterfall. But if we believe in magic and lead with our heart, we have all the tools to succeed. So reading number 1, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it was a general reading for the year, so I didn't get into any specifics, but I really hope that you got something from it. And please like and comment below if you have anything you'd like to share with us. And so it helps everybody. And it's wonderful for me because I'm just starting out on this channel. And subscribe if you're interested in seeing some more of my readings. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful year, but I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, reading number 2. You've chosen the Horse Spirit card, number 33. Freedom is yours. 33 is a really important number. It's a master number. It stands for the master healer and master teacher as well. 3 being the energy of creativity and expression, and 6, 3 plus 3, being the number of responsibility and relationships. So it's a beautiful number full of meaning. And freedom is yours. So this indicates that you possibly are coming out of a time where you felt limited. You felt trapped, or you're unable to move forward, or you felt confused in some way. The stone that I've paired the card with is lapis lazuli, which is a beautiful stone related to the third eye and throat chakras, which promotes meditative states, spiritual awakening, clear communication, and seeing the blue on the what do you call that? The nose of the horse is drawing my attention to this whole area of the third eye. And so how it will probably be important to you to find moments where you can reconnect with yourself in meditation or doing things that bring you a sense of peace and calm. But that you'll finally be free this year, and that's the most important message. So let's have a look at 5 other oracle decks and see what other messages come forth for the year. Thank you, Spirit. A message from this deck, please. Okay. See that one. Another one. This one. These are chunky. See this one here. Oh wow. Okay. That already came up face up. Let's see here. I can get also a message from the astrology deck. Okay, these are too many, so I'm going to put it back in and start again. Let's try this one. Oh, 2. Okay. Okay, let's have a look here. If the world around you seems turbulent, stop. Okay. I mean, I suppose Yeah, I mean, how I was feeling earlier that it's going to be important. You know, we have the third eye stone here, the lapis, and there's the blue on the nose. I'm so sorry if I'm not coming up with the right terminology. It's not coming to me right now, but of the horse, which is really in the eye, the area of the eyes. So it could be that if the world is feeling turbulent, stop, and stop means go within, basically. Then we have the passion and pleasure, savor your life. Oh, that's a very straightforward and lovely message. Then we have Shunjite. Again, sorry if I've butchered the pronunciation, but detox your life. Wow, that's very powerful. Okay. Then we have Jesus, acts of service. When you serve, the universe serves you. You know, and this is reminding me that basically, not just this year, but with the new earth energy coming in, the Christ energy is basically the driving spirit of everything here. And it is all about serving others, but clearly taking care of yourself first, so that you're a strong source of inspiration and help for support for others. So that's Christ's message. So, okay, this is really interesting. Let's see what the astrology deck has. Waning gibbous moon, harvest, reception, and gratitude. And then we have the first house, self, body, and presence. Okay, so here, again, we need to be aware. I was mentioning earlier that, you know, the Christ message is when you serve, the universe serves you. But you need to serve yourself first in order to serve others. You need to be aware of your needs first, and in order to be strong enough to give unconditionally to others and to be of the most service. And the first house would really bring our attention to this. It's all about self. It's about our presence, our individuality, and being aware of that. It is connected to the Zodiac sign Aries, which is all about the individual and having the courage to move forth with your message and live life, basically, with courage and with conviction. This is going to be important if we finally have freedom, if we're coming out of a time where we felt restricted or unsupported or held back in some way. This fiery Aries first house energy is going to be so important, because it will be what we need to boost us into this new life. And while we're doing this, we need to savor our life. So we take this passion of this fiery passion of Aries, and we also enjoy it, not just to achieve something, but also to have fun and enjoy it. And detox your life. So while we're doing all that, we need to really take care of ourselves. We need to be aware of what we're putting into our body. We need to consider exercise that we're getting to move the energy in our body. We need to, make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and getting enough sleep, all of these sorts of things, and just be aware of that, because we need to have a pure, clean, healthy body in order to move forward with all this energy, all this newfound energy we're going to have. And then the waning gibbous moon is a period of harvest, reception, and gratitude. So there will be success, and we will find success in our endeavors. And we need to be grateful. Often when we're grateful for things, it makes space to bring new things in. Because in our field around us, in our auric field, we have all these feelings that we feel. And so basically, if we have gratitude in there, we're telling the universe, I'm grateful. And the universe says, she's grateful, let's give her more. He's grateful, let's give him more. So that's always a good message. Let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages come forth. I'll get 6 cards out first. Okay, let's see what we come up with here. Okay, Three of Swords, sorrow. So we could very well be coming out of a period that was not only limiting us in some way or making us feel stifled or controlled, but it was also very painful. And so I'm sorry about that. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness, it was very painful. So we felt brokenhearted, and we also felt like we simply couldn't go on. The key words here are sorrow and despair. The thing about these two cards is the Three of Swords is often has to do with matters of the heart. And so it probably was something in the emotional realm, in the relational realm, you know, some relationship we had with someone else in our life. Whether it was family or friends or a partner. Anyway, something that really, it just made us feel brokenhearted in some way. And we needed to try and move through that. The Ten of Swords indicates it was something also happened that felt so extreme that you felt like you couldn't go on. The thing is that since it's a 10, it basically was also the end of this cycle. And so, because the 10 is all about wrapping up a cycle and starting a new one, because it basically breaks down to a 1, and 1 is a new one. And in fact, this year, the year of the fire horse, the universal energy of this year is a 10. Everybody's talking about the 1 because, of course, 10 breaks down to 1. But I think it's really important to look at the 0 in the 10. The 0 is infinite potential. It basically magnifies the number to the left of it. And so this is really a new beginning. And so things are gonna, oh my goodness gracious, 5 of Cups, disappointment. I can tell you guys have been through so much. Oh my gosh, my heart goes out to you. I actually feel like I could have possibly been part of this group because this sounds really familiar to me. You know, you felt you're brokenhearted. You felt like you couldn't go on. You felt disappointment. The thing about the 5 of Cups is that, and the Cup suit is the emotional suit, is that, you know, you may have spilled some cups. In this depiction, there are 2 spilled cups. And then there are 3 upright, which means that there are 3 new opportunities or you know, there's hope. There's hope. It's not all bad. Whenever I see the 5 of Cups, I think of don't cry over spilled milk, that saying, because there's always something new that will come in and you can start over. And so here we have the Prince of Wands, and this is a court card. The energy of the Prince is action-oriented, ambitious, direct, enthusiastic. It's the Prince of Wands, so it has double the passion and inspiration, and it's the key word is instigation. So basically, he has his idea, and he is fully moving forward in determination. The Ace of Cups is an opportunity on the emotional realm. So it could be a new relationship, a new friendship, a new love, something that will feed your heart and something that's very positive. It's a new opportunity, let's say. And then we have here the Queen of Discs, and the key word here is nurture. So the disc is the pentacle suit, which is the suit that has to do with the material world and health. And the queen is very, very successful. She's gone through all stages of development with only the king above her. And I don't want to use that word above because I believe they're equals. They just stand for different things. She is more introspective, but she's extremely strong and dedicated and receptive. It's the feminine energy. In order to be successful in life, we really need a balance of the two. So it's good that we also have a prince here who is masculine energy. But anyway, she's basically the most compassionate, nurturing leader in the tarot. There may be some disappointments this year. but you'll be moving forward with a lot of strength and authority, and you will be given opportunities also to build new relationships in your life. And the Queen of Discs, the Queen of Pentacles, is successful in some way. She succeeds in building something and then in nurturing it. So that's really beautiful. I'd like to get another couple of cards out. See if we can tell you some more. I'm realizing the savor your life too it's really, really important, because sometimes we get an idea and we think we need to follow through and be serious and power through and everything, but we really do need to remember to have fun. We need to learn. I mean, having fun is wonderful, because it not only nurtures ourselves, it also is, enjoying life with others. And it's like we're an extremely social collective. We're an extremely social collective human beings, and it's important. So, yeah, I think that message really needs to be remembered. That it's going to be a key to this year. Coming out of all this stress and sadness, and it's going to be important to be more lighthearted and to accept opportunities for new relationships and whatnot in our lives. To try and be open-hearted. That's going to be really important. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands came out in reading number 1 as well, and the more I see it, I'm thinking that it also has something to do with the fact that this year is powerful for everybody. And I mean, there's so much unrest in the world, and the Five of Wands indicates, unrest basically. And so amongst people, or groups, let's say. And so like we have to be aware of the fact that we may be wanting to build a new life for ourselves, because we really feel that the energy has shifted and we're moving out of limitation and pain and into something new. But there's only so much we can do. We can't, hide away and never know anything that's going on in the rest of the world. I mean, we do need to be aware of the fact that we are one component in the whole, and there will be moments that are uncomfortable for us and for others, and we're gonna have to move through that in some way. We're gonna have to, accept it or decide to act to try and help correct or support the situation. Whatever it is, it's going to be a component of our life, and this year is going to be very volatile. I mean, it's already happening now with everything coming out in the media. We're learning how we have been controlled and how we've been manipulated, and how we need to try and trust ourselves and come into our own sovereignty, and that's going to be important. The Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, which is talking about the cycles of life. And basically we have ups and downs, and if we have phases and cycles, and everything is cyclical. There are moments when we feel really good and things are going really well, and then unfortunately there are moments that are less good. But the fact that this is coming out now after all of this means that this year will be a better year for you, in the sense that really you are starting to, the wheel is moving for you. You're starting to come to a place that's going to facilitate more your happiness and success and moving forward. And oh, beautiful. And on the back of the deck, we have the High Priestess. And she is a major arcana that is speaking to inner knowing, trusting in the unknown, trusting in your intuition, and finding strength in that way, like finding strength through that. So again, if the world around you seems turbulent, stop. Stop and do what? Stop and relax. Stop and breathe. Breathe slowly. Breathe in all that you want to receive. Breathe in goodness, breathe in healing, breathe in light, and breathe out all your unrest and all your stress, and let it all go. Let it go. And try and be still, and try and be receptive to messages that want to come to you from your guides or from your higher self, and that will help you build a relationship with yourself that will help you move forward in life in this new energy. And possibly you'll be doing something that is going to be of service to others, and that is beautiful. We're all here at this point where we need to move on, and we need to basically rebuild Earth. I mean, the old paradigm doesn't work anymore. The old paradigm is full of pain and suffering and control, limitation, manipulation, lies. And, we need to build something new. We need to trust each other again. We need to be aware of new ways to move forward. So we should be grateful for the good that comes into our life, and for the things that we treasure, and our family, friends, and the things around us, also in the material world, and be open. And then we need to, be open to receiving, basically, and take care of ourselves, and believe in ourselves, and act with conviction, and not be afraid. Try and be courageous, and take care of your body, and enjoy yourself along the way. And I think these are going to be the biggest themes for the year, for this pile. And it's exciting. We're on the edge of something brand new. It's beautiful. So I hope this helped. And please, if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, please like and comment below if you have anything you'd like to share with the rest of the people watching. That would be wonderful. And subscribe, please. I'm just starting out on this channel, and I'd really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye, reading number 2. Hi, reading number 3. You've chosen this card, Journey and Ambition. And it's been paired with the Dalmatian Jasper, which promotes playfulness, balance, grounding, and positivity. So I think that's a really lovely, supportive energy. Basically, your year, right off the bat, we can understand that it's going to be a journey. It's going to be about the journey, possibly. And it says ambition here, so to take into consideration that you really want to not necessarily succeed in the 3D sense of something, but feel fulfilled, let's say. So that will let's get some oracle cards out so we can see what our message is today. Try it. Spirit, can you get one card, please? See this one here. Here. Nope. These are so jumpy. Just one card, please, Spirit. See this one here. Okay, this is persistently sticking out, so I'll take that. And then an astrology card. Let's see what we have here. Okay, 2 came out, I believe. Yes. Okay, let's have a look. Always in motion. Okay. Wow, well this is going to be an action-packed year, I think. We have the running horse, journey, ambition, and always in motion. And this kind of looks like a flying figure flying through the air, so yeah, it's pretty powerful. Rose quartz, open up your heart. Okay, great message. Lady Venus, also heart related. Light activation, call to action, power surge, and earth mission. This is really interesting because, well, first off, Lady Venus is connected to the energy of the planet Venus, which is love energy. And so these work nicely together, but it's just fascinating because it says call to action. So, and we have all this action here. So power surge and earth mission. So you're going to feel like there's something that you really need to do to start. It's going to be a really inspiring thing. It could be something you've already started, but this year you'll be full of energy and you'll be able to make a lot of progress. Okay, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I mean, bring it on. That's wonderful. Abundance is always welcome. Okay, we have waxing crescent moon, focus, conceptualization, and strategy. Well, this will be definitely important for your call to action. To take the time to strategize and focus, visualize, and try and understand exactly what it is that you want to accomplish and how to move forward. And then we have the third quarter mood, breakdown, readjustment, and forgiveness. Okay, along the way, we might run into some bumps, let's say. It might not be totally smooth sailing, but just to be reminded that we can readjust. We can try and, here it uses the word forgiveness, so it kind of indicates that something does happen, whether it's somebody else hurting you in some way or you being too hard on yourself. But, you know, it does tie in nicely with heart energy as well, forgiveness and heart energy. So just to be aware that this year is going to be even more important to be centered within our heart and keep calling that energy into our life so that we can move forward. It's not all mental, it's not all strategy and action. It's also about centering, centering ourselves. So let's get, oh, and it's a journey. I just saw that word too. It's a journey to be to remember that it's a journey. So like every part of it matters. It's not just the end result. It's the whole road basically. So yeah, I'd like to get 6 cards out. Wow, that just jumped out and fell on the floor as well. 1 second. Okay, that's a nice one too. We'll get to that in a minute. Can I get 5 more cards, please? They're so jumpy. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is already giving us an indication that we're going to feel fulfilled. So this is a wonderful message here. Okay, then we have the 6 of Pentacles. So this is a beautiful energy of giving and receiving, of balance in that way. It could be that our earth mission has something to do with helping others, and by helping others, we're going to receive back, of course, as long as we keep our hearts open and do things with with the most intention possible. With the most positive intention possible. Knight of Swords. Okay, the Knight is incredibly ambitious. So, and look at him, he's doing like a nosedive down to catch prey. He knows exactly what he wants. He has a strategy and focus, and he's on a mission to accomplish his goal. So that's energy that will be helpful in this journey and ambition year. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So basically the energy of starting to cultivate something and have the patience that it will come to fruition at some point. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune card, which is, well, life is cyclical, basically. We have ups and downs. And, you know, everything in life is cyclical. And so it could be that we're coming out of a period that felt more difficult and less abundant and just challenging. And the fact that we got this card indicates that we're moving into something new, and that would be more positive, let's say. And so that we can, in fact, be supported to grow something that will be successful or fulfilling. And so that's a wonderful card to receive. Let's see here. Okay, then we got the Seven of Swords, and the Sword suit is the air suit, and it deals with the mental realm, basically. And we have two sevens here. That's interesting. Okay. Sevens have a lot to do with like introspection and researching, and it's a very intuitive number, but it's also a mental number because it has a lot to do with thinking and whatnot. So this year, I remember, here it said also focus, conceptualization, and strategy. So it will be a year where we're thinking as well as acting. We'll be acting after we're thinking. But anyway, the Seven of Swords speaks to basically being aware of the fact that it's possible that there are elements of your actions that could be manipulative or self-serving in some way, or it could be that somebody is acting that way with you, or it could be that you're acting that way with yourself as well. And just to be aware of these dynamics and try and act in integrity and transparency, and without the feeling of the need to take too much for yourself, and just to be present and know that as long as you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. And this also helps that if it's somebody doing this to you too, because it speaks to also the importance of boundaries, and just to be aware that not everybody acts in complete integrity. And, you know, you're going to want to be aware of that and stand up for yourself and move on in that way. Let's get a couple more cards and see if there's some more that would like to come out. This one. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles, that's a beautiful card. And the Six of Cups. Okay, so, in the back of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, this is our need for balance. So yeah, this adorable little animal. I don't know if that's a raccoon or what that is. It has a striped tail. I don't know. But it's balancing on this, in this precarious position, holding an egg. So there is possibility. There is a possibility to grow something, or a possibility for gain in some way. But to make sure that we're in balance, we're trying to balance the different aspects of our lives, or different challenges that we come across, or whatever it is, in order to make sure that we're getting to a point where we can actually grow this thing, this idea, this project, whatever it is that we're involved with at the moment. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of basically success, ultimate success. It's usually the card there's usually an image on the card of a family that's happy and large and supportive, and the pentacles being the earth suit, the suit of the material world here. So basically just ultimate well-being. So that's really encouraging to get. And then the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is often about looking back at the past, or looking back at the past ideals of life, looking back at the past and using and thinking that is the ideal life. But we need to also be aware of the fact that everything is changing now, and we need to build a new earth. I mean, everything is crumbling around us, and that is important, and that's all part of the cycles of the planet as well. And it needs to happen, as tragic as it is, as many people are suffering as they are. It needs to happen. But sometimes, I'm just thinking, when I saw this card, I was thinking that this was an important thing to say. Sometimes we might look back on the past with like a nostalgia and a fondness, thinking that if we could just get that back, we'd be happy, we'd have our Ten of Pentacles. And instead, no, we need to come to a new place. We can look back with fondness and find inspiration there, but we need to be aware of the fact that we're constantly evolving and that life is constantly changing around us. And so, it's not always just about, the grass was greener when I was little, and, and many of us, that is not the case at all. So, it's also about building something new. But this is a really lovely card because it does indicate warmth, love, and happiness. So these are all things that we want in our lives. We were supposed to open up our heart. We want these things in our lives. We want to keep an open heart. That's another way that abundance comes to us. This says, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And I think that, I'd like to actually draw a card on that because I'm not exactly sure what that could be referring to. Let's see if we get any sort of information from the tarot deck about uncovering treasure. The Hierophant. Okay. Interesting. So the Hierophant speaks to, it's a major arcana, so it's an... So it's an archetypal energy. And the theme is basically tradition or systems, also ancestors. It can refer to ancestral themes as well. But looking to something that has been built, or someone who has a lot of wisdom to pull down in their life and use that to build something. So I think that there is a really important need for introspection as well. We didn't get a card that was necessarily talking about this, but I think it's incredibly important, and it's really one of the only ways we can move forward from now on in our life, because there's this huge influx of energy coming in, positive energy, and light, and all the solar flares, and just there's evidence of it everywhere. Basically, with all that light, in order for it to be integrated, it shines light on the dark, and so secrets are coming out, and so basically it's really, really important to process all of this, process the messages we're getting when we go through these periods of this influx of light, and understand how it's affecting us, and look at the past and try and work through it and release it and move on, make new plans. And beneath the surface lies great bounty. With this, we will free ourselves up to experience these new ideas, this new focus in life, and move forward with intention, and be successful at it. So I think this year, it's just going to be an extremely powerful year for this group here, and to try and remember to keep our hearts open, focus on our heart energy, ask ourselves how we feel about things, try and be open to forgiveness of ourselves and others in order to free up energy to move forward, and consider the collective in the sense that we have an earth mission. We're incarnated here for a purpose, basically. This is a time where we need to think about building something new. We're seeing evidence of all these old structures crumbling around us, and they're so full of deceit and manipulation, and we need to build something true, based on truth. We need to build something transparent and with integrity, and so to be aware of all this, to be aware and move forward with integrity, and we will be building something beautiful. You know, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, you're absolutely going to have abundance coming in. It's going to be fulfilling. Abundance of all types, not just material. Also, you know, feeling good about yourself, feeling fulfilled. To follow through with laser-like focus, like our bird of prey here, to be patient while we're growing these new projects or plans or whatever they may be. To try and stay as truthful as possible, and be aware that some others are not on the same vibration as we are. And again, forgiveness comes into play here, but to be aware of that. And things are going to turn around. Things are going to look up. It's going to be a really action-packed, important, and fulfilling year. So I hope that has helped you in some way. And I hope that you didn't hear my dog who was scratching downstairs for like the past 10 minutes. And I'm sorry about that. I hope this has helped you, and it's really positive. I'm excited about this year, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, can you please like it and comment below, share anything you'd like to share with others. It helps everybody, including me, because I'm starting on this new channel. And of course, it helps everyone who's reading the comments. And subscribe. I would love that. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye, reading number 3.